The first ever drone training to be held in the Gambia, where 10 participants were selected from different institutions in order to implement them at the job labor market, which was funded by the India-UN Development Partnership through UNESCO and NDMA. The governor of Lower River Region expressed her gratitude to NDMA and UNESCO for coming up with this initiative to help the participants execute the training at their various institutions. She mentioned that the drone should be taken good care of and be utilized because it is of great importance and of great use to our nation. Mr. Aliu Jaju, a representative from UNESCO, delivered a message from the Secretary General of UNESCO, Mr. Usman Senghor.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of my Secretary General, Mr. Usman Senghor, I am conveying the deep gratitude of the Gambia National Commission for UNESCO to the Indian government who, under the UN Partnership Fund, is funding this project, using drones and early warning systems for pre- and post-flood disaster management in the Gambia. To UNESCO Dakar office, co-implementers of the project, I also extend the appreciation of my Secretary General for the trust in contracting the NATCOM to oversee the training of this drone flying certification training. To the training experts, I am confident that you will deliver well on your mandate. By the same token, therefore, the NATCOM encourages all the training participants to seize the unique opportunity offered by this training to get the skills for drone flying and photogrammetry.
Mr. Radi, a trainer from the Senegal Drone Academy, said he was pleased to see the participants showing their interest and commitment for this training. He reminded the participants that this is not about the drone, but it is about what the drone can acquire.
On behalf of my team and partners, we really appreciate the fact that you have been able to associate us to this training. It is important for us to mention at this stage that the selections of the training companies to be able to provide this training was very tough. We, as Africans, we were able to participate in this process and were able to win the bid to come and deliver the training together with our partners from the UK. And as a friend of mine used to quote, it is really not because you have a fishing rod that makes you a professional fisherman. Okay, it is also not because you have a plane that you become a plane pilot. So drone industry is a very difficult professional industry, and it's important that NDMA at this stage, together with the partner UNESCO, have decided to go in with full force to be able to provide accurate training, professional training to their team in the use of this technology. However, it is important to note that in our world, in our industry world, drone industry world, we often say it is not about the drone. It is about what the drone can help us to acquire. It is about what we can use with the data that the drone help us to collect. So during these 3 weeks coming, we're going to provide training not only in the use of the technology, but also in the analysis of the data that the technology helps us to collect, and particularly to make sure that the data is helped to make good decisions. So it is important for us to always remind our participants, our policy makers, that it is not about the drone, it is about what the drone can help us to collect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's 8 modules, you need to capture all the 8 modules. Every 2 modules you need to write an exam, and you need to pass the exam. If you don't pass the exam, you have only one chance to repeat. The second chance you miss it, you're out. And it's going to be tough. I can assure you of that. So ahead of that, we want to prepare you. Prepare you in understanding the theory and prepare you on how to fly.
So go on, start the propeller.
Now go and put it down.
No, you don't put the propeller.
No,
you go there.
Yeah.
At the airport. I'll fly.
So where is this check?
Confirmation.
Hey. Where is the
Check it for me.
Right, also need to be observing the air. There might be birds, there might be aeroplanes. You have to inform the pilot. I think this pilot. And then later. Okay. Now, listen to me carefully. You are now the pilot. Okay? Okay? If I say go, I'm turning like this. I go this way, you go this way. I say hold, you stop. I say this way, you go this way. I say hold, you stop. I say up, you go up. Down, you go down. Forward, you go forward. Backward, you go forward. Anytime I say this, you hold. Okay? Now, take off. Stop. Remember I was telling you this, the neutral. So if you are pressing and you don't do the right one and back one, you do it on the side, it's going to turn on the side. So you are going forward, instead of going forward, you are going on the side. Then it's not good. Look at it. It's coming straight to us. Okay? Stop there, then you go forward again, straight. You see? But you were doing it this way. Take the remote back. They bring. Okay. Watch the drone. You don't lose your sight on the drone, please. The machine, you have to constantly be watching the machine. Okay? If you want to, you leave your eyes up there, you need to just check the camera and then go back there. The most important is the one that you have your eye on. Okay? So very important. Forward. Slowly. Stop. Backward. Good. Stop. Right. Good. Stop. Left.
Actually, this training is very, very important for us because, as you know, GBOs collect a lot of data in terms of, especially during surveys and the censuses. Our core mandate is to conduct population censuses in the country every 10 years, okay? And then, but in between that, we also conduct household surveys, and the major ones among them are the mix or the DHS and the labor force survey also. So at our unit, actually, we do a lot of mapping activities. Okay, prior to this census, for example, in the upcoming census, we are even in the preparations to map the entire country to kind of identify where households are located alongside other features for identification purposes, okay, so that we prepare the ground for the enumerators during the actual census enumeration. Yeah, so this training is going to be very, very important because it is drone technology is a new technology and it can be applied in various sectors, okay, and then as far as our unit is concerned or my department or institution is concerned, it is going to be very, very useful.
You return to home, certain that you have here. 30. How many do you have here? 30. Right. I wouldn't call it initiative. We have been contracted by UNESCO to come and train the NDMA team and partners in Gambia. on the drone piloting so that they can be certified as a drone pilot, professional drone pilots. That's why we are here in Gambia. The objectives first was to be able to train 10 drone pilots in the use of the technology, in understanding of the technology, as well as the data collection, analysis of the data, and interpretation of the data. So our expectation is to be able to achieve these objectives and make sure that we have the first 10 professional drone operators in Gambia, professionally trained with all the responsibilities that goes with it. So that's why we are here, and that should be our objectives this week.
All right. After 3 weeks of intensive training, all the participants were licensed as a certified drone pilot. The executive director of NDMA, UNESCO representative, and the trainers applauded and congratulated the participants for their time, sacrifice, and efforts that they have put during the journey of this training.
Mr. Chairman, with your permission, and ED, with your permission, I would like us to give a loud applause, 2 loud applause to the participants of this training, and a second loud applause to the experts who have trained these participants. Definitely, it's been an intensive course, and I have known how everybody has put up or put in their best, to make sure that this comes to a fruitful conclusion. And the trainers have gone the extra mile. Definitely, they have attested to the fact that they have never given this much in the drone flight training to any country, but it's like we have been blessed, a country, to have them give beyond their best. So I would like us to applaud all the participants and also our experts, please, before I give my with that said, Mr. Chairman and Project Focal Person, Mr. Kausubaro, NDMA Executive Director, Mr. Dahaba, expert trainers from Kransal, Mr. Claude Gabriel, who is among the audience, Mr. Elliot, Mr. Tiam Raji. I had said at the opening ceremony, esteemed and carefully selected participants. But Mr. Chairman, please permit me to say esteemed and highly trainable and successful participants this time around. Our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I yet again make this closing statement on behalf of the Secretary General, Mr. Usman Senghor of the National Commission for UNESCO, who has asked me to congratulate all of you participants for having successfully completed your training in drone flying. He has also asked me to felicitate the National Disaster Management Agency for successfully executing so far on its mandate vis-a-vis this project, which is funded by the government of India under the UN Partnership Program. To UNESCO Dakar office, who are responsible to oversee and also to supervise the implementation of this project, I extend the appreciation of the Gambia National Commission for UNESCO for trusting us to be part of their overseeing and supervisory role. To you participants, I have very few remarks for you today. You have conquered. I think it was Julius Caesar who said, Vini, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. However, let me beckon you and hasten to add that you have not yet conquered. You have just started a process, the end of which we Gambians would like to see drones making impact on our lives and livelihoods. Therefore, please continue to learn and innovate as these two go hand in hand. Today, you have succeeded, dear participants, and William Pollard, a theologian, has written that the arrogance of success is to think what you did yesterday will be sufficient for tomorrow. My dear participants, so please keep on succeeding for the Gambia and its people. Tony Robbins would tell us, people who succeed have momentum. The more they succeed, the more they want to succeed, the more they want to succeed, and the more they find a way to succeed. So please keep on keeping on. My penultimate point, Mr. Chairman, is I want to make a solicitation to the NDMA, ED. You are here. And all the respective ministries and departments whose participants are here in this training, agencies and offices, whose personnel have successfully become certified drone pilots, to please continue to give maximum support to these officers. But by the same token, you who are trained here should make sure you continue to be committed to deliver on your mandate. And lastly, I think, during the course of this training, all of us here have come to the realization that there needs to be policies and regulations that will guide the envisaged booming field of drone utilization in this country. This way, our country will not only be moving with trends and times, but also safeguard the security of its citizens in the Gambia. With a loud thank you to the experts, by a hand of applause, I have already done that. I thank you all. Thank you so much.
Yes, I just want to say that it's been an absolute privilege to work with you as a team. You know, when I first arrived, I didn't know anybody, and I just want to thank you all for your welcome and for allowing us to carry out this training with you. The team's worked incredibly hard over the last few weeks. I've seen them working into the evening, preparing for exams, preparing for their flight assessments on the various days, and preparing for the operations we carried out earlier this week to improve their skills. And they've done incredibly well. They've got complementary skills, so some of them are better at the flying and some of them are better at the planning. So the complementary skills within the team are excellent. And yeah, it's just been a really, really good few weeks, and it's gone so fast. I can't believe how fast it's gone. But we really believe in global drone training and supporting our trainees, so this isn't the end for us. We will continue to support you for at least a year beyond the training to help you, develop the various projects that you're going to be using drones for. And yeah, I just hope that we can get to know you better over that time, and that we'll see some really successful operations being carried out in the Gambia. So that's all really. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today is very important a day in our existence as a national disaster management agency, mainly for digitalizing our early warning system with the introduction of drone technology in flood monitoring and the conduct of and completion of this training for 10 technical experts from various institutions will by no small measure contribute significantly to enhance our disaster management work in the Gambia. The Gambia and the government of President Adama Barrow, and in particular, the chairperson of the Disaster Governing Council, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, Dr. Aissatou Touré, takes interest in this endeavor as she asked me to congratulate you for your remarkable achievement. Being awarded A2 certificate of competence and C of C course and General Visual Line of Sight certificate course means that you are the very few we would rely on to achieve the desired result, since you are the first batch to be certified. While I just congratulate you, I would, however, be quick to add that to whom much is given, much is expected. In keeping up with perspective, I urge you not to see the training as a training pass, but one that offers continuity in improving our mapping and surveillance for pre- and post-flood. I cannot conclude without thanking your trainers for delivering the training with utmost diligence. To those who made it possible by funding the project that rendered this training and the drone is to be used, the Indian government and UNESCO regional office at Dhaka for supporting this project using drone and early warning system for pre- and post-flood disaster management in the Gambia. Finally, my special commendation and appreciation goes to the company, Senegal Flying Lab and Global Drone for delivering this training as required. Once again, thank you for all the good work that you have done and for accepting to be of service to our great country, the Gambia. On that note, I want to thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.
And we have Mr. Omar C, ICT technician from the National Disaster Management Agency.
Starting motors. Taking off.
Accommodate public. Exactly.
Being the first female certified drone pilot in the Gambia, it's a great honor. I feel honored, I feel so delighted. But I feel that there is a challenge on me to make sure that it doesn't stop with me. It starts with me, but it keeps moving. It's a challenge because I want to see the Gambians getting into the industry, getting certified, especially ladies. So because it is a technology that is fast moving, we can't be left out as a Gambia, especially ladies, I will emphasize. Although it's not easy, it's been challenging, it's been intense. But when others can do it, we can do it better. It all starts with you. If you have the mindset and the determination that you can do it, obviously there's nothing that we can't move. It's possible.
The training was excellent with the participants. They've been so engaged in the training. You know, they've really tried very, very hard for the whole 3 weeks. I've been with them for 2 weeks, and Senegal Flying Labs for an extra week as well. And from the very start, you know, considering that only one person in the group had ever, you know, seen a drone before, really, they've progressed to the point where today they can make that demonstration flight in front of, you know, quite an important group of people. There's a lot of pressure there when you're flying. So to go from nothing to that in 3 weeks has been incredible progress, and I'm really proud of the whole group. And I'd just like to say, well done. They need to, you know, keep practicing, keep flying, and, you know, not just let, you know, now that I think they've learnt the potential of the drones, they're all going to go back to their own departments and have big discussions about how they can use the drones for the best. So I just want them to enjoy their flying, but also to, you know, these drones are potentially going to be saving lives. So just to take that responsibility and you really use the drones to the best of their capabilities.
As we've rightly made it, it was a very challenging journey, but you know, everything that you see in this world must come to an end. Um, there is nothing that is easy in learning, especially when you are in class and then you have other things on your head. So it was not easy, but eventually, with dedication and hard work, we've all made it.
Really, this activity amazed us because what we were anticipating, in fact, it is way beyond that. We were able to fly drones, we were able to learn some of the basic theories and the basic key concepts on how to operate drone, the safety and the professional bit of it. We were able to also learn that. We were able to collect data because the essence of these drones are here for data collection, for informed policy decision makings. So we are able to do some data collection on water catchment areas in the lower river region and also some agricultural productivity areas as well. Yeah, the impact on this and our workplace is easily going to strengthen our early warning system, and this will enhance our preparedness towards disasters, particularly on flooding in the country, compared to previous years, because we are able to be in a better position, to be better prepared well before the disasters happen. And during the disasters, we can also able to quantify the number of or extent of damages and people affected by disasters during that period. Our selection was not a joke, and then when they came here, you realize that these participants are indeed very good, they're excellent, they're good, they're professional. All what we agreed here is to continue the trend, and we will also have our own training, because this you need to be doing regular exercise or regular training. And we also want to form the Gambia Flying Lab as soon as possible with the support from the Senegal Flying Lab and the director Raj, and also the UK drone flying company also to help us in order to have our own force, flying labs in the country. That will be, helping not only professionals but also students. You'll realize that university students need to have access to these drones, but how to fly them as well, and then how to use these drones, because technology is the best in terms of our work, and the participants are really ready to be committed and continue the motion.